fantastic build, guys. Come along, join in. Let's chat about it. We'll also chat about poly bags, minifigures, Star Wars, Batman. We do chat about Batman. We do chat about Friends. We basically chat about Lego. So jump on in, but mainly Star Wars. And we're doing another fantastic build today, guys. Really fantastic build. Another trilogy. This is one of the biggest, I'd say one of the biggest trilogies out there. And we're embarking on this one. We did one not too long ago, which was a load of brown ships. And this one is similar, it's not far off. So we're doing that again. Because this is trilogy year, we said we were going to do trilogy all the way through the year, which is a really cool thing. Most trilogies are old school, as you guys would know. Most trilogies are old school, and you want to get on it, because when they disappear, or let's say the prices go up and whatnot, you'd be left wanting, because you wouldn't be able to find it anywhere. Or if you do find it, the prices are going to be so high. So if you get them now, again, I'm not a financial advisor, if you're a collector, you want to go back to old school. The ships are worth it, right? I'm not saying ships now are not great. There are a lot of great ships now, but ships that they used to build back then, I think the prices were worth it. You guys tell me what you think about that. I think the prices were worth it. So, again, let me know what you guys think. That might just be my opinion, but it's always better to have opinion from different people about Lego. And sometimes you get great advice, sometimes not so good, like everything. Okay, so anyway, jump on in. Giovanni, what's up, man? You okay? Great to see you on there, man. Yeah, so let's jump in and do this big build. I usually do a sort of like question and answer type one, where I don't really give you the ship's name and number. I give you the year and how many pieces it came with, how many figures it came with, and give you a chance to guess what it is. Okay, so we will continue along those lines, because I think it's really cool, and then we can talk about it as we go. So again, jump on in, hit that like button, guys, so we can get the fantastic build going, and let's have some fun. Okay. I'm just getting my computer ready so we can chat. All right, guys, I'm just setting up. If you probably realize, the location is a little different from where we usually are. Testing out different location, see what that looks like, see what it works like. Okay, let's start building, because that's what we're all here for, right? We're here. For the live at 5. Okay, so I didn't want to not come on, but usually live at 5, it's anything between that 5 and 6 o'clock range, so here we are. Okay, so let me just log in here, guys, and then we'll start building. if you guys been looking at my videos, I did post some stuff about the whole Superman. If you're jumping in now, because the movie's around today. If you're jumping in now, I'll just give you guys a quick look at that again. So you guys, because some people may not have jumped in yesterday, and maybe, you know, I don't want you to miss out. I wouldn't want you to miss out on something that's coming up, and I think it's important for us Lego fans to share. The community's always got to know if you have information about something good to share with the community. It always just helps everyone. Helps the community in every way. I'll move this back here because it's sort of like, yeah. So if you guys remember this, right? I just went around and not being able to find the next one. I bought a couple to do giveaways and whatever. When they give this printed on Vader helmet box made of metal, real nice little case. You can hear that in there. I opened one up from the 25th anniversary. I got mine's in Luxembourg, so obviously it came with, I explained that before, that it comes with a card when you buy, you know, Luxembourg and different places in Europe. So mine came with a card, which I needed. You know, cards are always good. I was never really a card collector, but I used to collect like basketball cards and whatnot. I don't know if you guys did that, but I used to do that a lot. So, I went back to that when I saw it, because someone talked about it, and I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot and make sure I have the gold ones. I started a booklet of it. I haven't done that recently. I'll have to go back to that and show you guys. But anyway, big shout out Giovanni, big shout out Ron, Andrew, big shout out to you, man. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for jumping on there. Yeah, so we're talking about this, and if you guys are into not just Star Wars, like I said before, if you're a collector of Lego, you collect of Lego, but some people have certain unique things that they collect, you know, niches. Like some people collect friends, some people collect cars, some people collect Marvel or DC. But let's talk a little bit about DC Batman here. And as I said, this came in 2. If you see on here, you can probably see that, guys. It says 1, and the square one came as 2, right? Came as 2. This is 1, set 1. So you get the minifigure in there, you get that, and you get obviously the magazine. So I went to the store yesterday and I saw this, and it had right on it there, as you see, 01, right? Which really is supposed to be, 01 is the first of its kind, first magazine, which I do collect. So I saw that, but obviously I've seen lots of Batman magazines before, right? I haven't seen, Spider-Man is there, but they have Avengers, Spider-Man, Batman, Friends, Jurassic World, Minecraft, and Star Wars. Okay, that's the only ones I've seen there. But again, with this DC particular one here, when I took a look in the back, because I checked to see what's coming up on the next, the next minifigure or whatever. Again, this really didn't have any bonus on it, but it says special edition here. Obviously, when you see special edition, you want to take a look. But anyway, let's get past that. So I jumped in and went to the back. And when I look here, guys, if you look, it's the similar box, right? Superman has that box because the movie's coming out, right? That's the box that says Lego box, Superman Lego box, and that's set 1, like this one. And then you have this nice, with the printing all around the face and all of that, set 2 with the rectangular box. Okay, and this one is sort of triangular, like the shape of Superman's emblem on his chest. So I'm like, I gotta let everyone know. Now, certain parts of Europe will have this already, I'm sure, right? I don't know. Maybe sometimes places like Wales, Scotland, um, but like England, they tend to do it differently. Like I said, like Germany, Brussels, places like that, you'd probably get it right away because they do like 1 month ahead. So, or sometimes they get different ones in different stores. I've seen it before. So I'd advise you guys watch out for this next month issues if you live in those places like in Great Britain. Let's put it like that. If you in Spain, Brussels, Paris, if you're in Paris, France, watch out for this. Get that. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think since this movie, the Superman movie, is this particular Superman movie with this is like a new beginning for Superman because it's a totally different actor and I told you the movie just looks. When I looked at the trailer, the trailers were like, "Whoa!" They blew me away. A lot of people is a controversy if it's great, if it's not great. But I just think from the trailers and how the movie's set up, it looks really really cool. But I would collect this again because this is a one of a kind. You don't get that. You get it in. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Ninjago is one of those also. You get it in Ninjago, but you don't get it in usually in DC Magazine. I haven't seen it in DC, haven't seen it in Spider Man. I do have it in Ninjago also. I have it in Ninjago, I have it in Star Wars. But once they made it in Star Wars, that was one time only. And all a lot of time, not all the time, but I'd say once every 3 months or so, when they put out two, you'd find a Ninjago in the metal box. All right. Sometimes I've seen two on a packet before, which was a special. I had to pick it up, but the price is usually like close to 10 to $12 Australian, be $15 stuff like that. But anyway, getting past that. So guys, check that out. I just want to inform the community so everybody knows. I like how this is how it sort of looks. I hope that's how the figure looks inside. So it'll be special. What I would have liked them to do, which I hope is this on the Superman on the inside. Superman's supposed to have red shoes, but there you go. I don't know how they're making it. It'd be cool if they put red shoes on, red boots on there. All right. Obviously, we know there's no printing on Superman other than what's on his chest, but some boots would be because he's wearing boots. He's not wearing blue all the way through, is he? There's a little bit of red in there. It's all like Spider-Man. Anyway. So I just wanted to share that with the community, and let's get back to building. Okay, guys. So the questionnaire, which we're gonna run in a second, I'll give you guys a hint on what we're building today, and give you guys an opportunity. This was made before 2020. I know it's a long way, but bear with me, guys. Yeah, it was made before 2020. It's brown. It's another one of a brown ship. Like I said, I dropped that earlier. It's all brown. The trilogy I'm doing now is going to be brown. Apologize, guys. Yeah. So that's sort of your information there. All right. So let's see if you can get the answer from that. I'll give you guys more or less the a closer, let's put it like that, a closer date on it. So it was released between 2010 and 2020. Let's put it like that. Okay, guys, 2010 and 2020. Okay, I'll give you guys that much. It's brown. The amount of figures that it came with in the box came with a lot of figures. The older sets came with a lot of figures. This particular set, it has 1,239 pieces to it. Okay, and this one particularly came with 6 figs. Okay, so anyway, let's jump in and start the building. Okay, so the first thing we need on this one is one of these 4x6s, and there's a lot of funny bricks to this build. Again, guys, I try to build these things out of my garage, so I pick out all the things so it's not bagged out. It's just, you know, set up there. All right, so bear with me. So we place this one here first. Let's see if I can move my mascot a little closer here. You guys can see that. Is that okay? Let's move it there. I think it's off the screen a little, right? I just can't get it exactly where I want it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sort of like there. Is that it? Yeah. Nope. More like this. Yeah, so we're gonna place these two just right here. It's almost like building a car. I don't know if you guys into cars. So it's like axle and you put the wheels on. So if this was, let's just say for instance, this was a car, we would put these on here and that's how it will go, right? You guys know. So we'd put 4 of those on and go anyway. So that's the first part we need. Now we need 2 of these. On this build too, there's a lot of Technic blocks, so watch out for that. So these are 4-hole Technic blocks, and we're gonna just place these here. These are 4, but I actually don't need 4. I need big ones. Okay, so let's just locate that and place that on, and we will move on. And it seems like I said before, when you have all the colors mixed in, it sort of eludes you. So, but this is not like the main part of the ship. So this is more like a side build. So we can leave that out for a moment. Right. So let's attack the ship. Right. So first we need one of these, and obviously I'm thinking we need 2. All right. One of the things is I spoke about before. I'm practicing for a triple build. I'm going to do a triple build over the summer, so that'll be a big thing. Build 3 ships at once. So these goes right in here. 2 Technic blocks and Technic pieces goes in there, and we want to find gray ones. So just what I'll do is I'll move all these closer here, guys. It just makes sense because we're building the base of the ship right now. So I think we'll be needing all of these just closer at hand to work with. All right, so if I just put them all right here, it'll just make the build go much faster. Because I believe most of the Technic pieces start off early, and then we work our way up from there. Okay, there's a lot of them. Okay, there we go. Right, I think we can work with this. So we got those 2. I'm going to take this one and place it right here. This is a 2x6. This goes right down the middle like that and snaps in just like it did. So this one I'm working off of the instructions as opposed to PDF. We speak about that a lot. How the PDF is, it's a nightmare sometimes. Okay, so we get how many of these? We want 2 of the regular size ones, and we want 2. If you guys remember, I speak about these because they have star in the ends, right? And I call them star screwdrivers. If you've used a screwdriver before, you know what I'm speaking about. Right, so we're looking for another Technic piece. Here we go. So this Technic piece in gray,
and we're gonna take this one in black. Where are you? Oh, there's more Technic box here. Just find that one piece in black. More Technic box here, guys. It's a lot of them. Okay, so this in dark gray, this one goes here. I will take one of these and go down here in the bottom and then put the star on the top. Take this and just place it right in there like so. Okay, now once you've completed that, we're gonna do that 2 times. It's asking for this build 2 times, right? So let's get another one of those. Just locate that here in what's called the mayhem pile. Let's find one of those. Where are you? Get all of these over here because they look similar. Okay, here's the piece that we need. And let's just get one more. Here it is right here. And we're gonna build basically the same thing, but facing the other direction. Doesn't really make a difference, does it? So the first one went in here, and the next one at the bottom, and this goes that way. I said I was going to try to stop saying this goes because it's like going to a Discord. Right, we're going to place this here, and the other one just on the other side of that, there. Okay, and we need another 2 of these. So this is a beautiful build, guys, an absolutely beautiful build. Really, really extravagant, extravagant build also. I just need 1 red tubing to put these into. Okay, here's 1. I need 2 of them. So these go right at the front here. It should go right in. There you go, it snaps right in. My apologies. And let's find ourselves another one of those in red. One of the things I do say, since I'm building out of my garage, and if I ever get stuck, I have so many of them, so many different builds. And let's just move all the red pieces over here, so it's not as hard to find as they are right now. Because if I can just see, I know that it's not mixed in with that. Okay, so here it is right away. If you did that, that's what happens, right? So we place another one on the top, and that goes right in there like that, and then the star goes right on the top. Okay, let's move on. Again, like I said, I'm not building this one off my PDF. I'm building this one off my instructions. I have to get instructions for it, so it just makes life way easier. So we need one of those. I just saw that tubing type thing a second ago. Here we go. And one of those. And let's pull these red over here, and it'll just make life easier if everything's asking for red at the moment. So one of those. A Technic beam in dark gray, which is this, and then we need it looks like it's a 1x7. I explained to you guys before the length of the beams, the Technic beams. If you look on the top, you can find the number there, and now everything is dark here, so it's sort of like, but I should be able to spot that really easily. But again, like I said, if ever I'm struggling, which I seem to be doing right now, I'll just go right over here and grab a box
Yes, I just went over there and grabbed this box, 88, and which I bought a long time ago, and I found I can find one of those beams. So hopefully this is a 7. Should be a 7. Doesn't look as long as an 8. All right, so I'm thinking this is it. Let's see. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so these 3 pieces, 1, 2 goes on top here. Technical block goes this one goes here. It looks much longer than I think we do need, and that goes right through the center this way, and we place this on the opposite end. And I'm hoping that that's correct, because we'll find out now. If it's overextended here, which it is, that it's too long, and we'll have to go for one that's a tiny bit shorter, which I have right here. There you go, I found one. And I'm believing that that's it. So, is that it? Seem to be very long, but we will. I'm certain in a second I'll locate it here, because I did pick it out correctly earlier, but let's see what happens. We'll move this over to the side, put this in, let's see if it fits and if it extends. Yeah, that's the size, just right there, that's perfect. These are a little too long. Anyway, so we put that together like that. And what is going on? Oh, no, that was placed correctly, but something is inconsistent, because this beam is a 5.2. There must be one that's much longer, because for some reason it went through and it's supposed to come all the way through. So let's just take a quick look. I think I found the 7 here, guys. So I believe this is the 7 in gray. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, this is supposed to be there's supposed to be a lot of extension on the back of this, and it's not showing that it has a lot of extension there. So, for some reason, because when this goes on, there's supposed to be just a little more hanging out here, okay? And since I'm struggling to do that, what I'll do is just add this at the end, okay? And let's see what's happening here, because it's a lot more extension there, which is very strange. Very confused why it's not settling perfectly with more extension to it. Yeah, there's supposed to be a lot. There's supposed to be some of it poking out of this. Went in there fine, but it's troubling me that it's not staying the way it should. Okay, with that extension. So when something like that happens, it's like, hey, I need to make an adjustment, because I can see later on we're gonna have an issue which we don't want. Okay, so we'll place this, because this needs to be a little longer, and see what happens. So that goes in there, right? See these 2 pieces here, guys. See, one's longer, one is shorter. Let's go. Put that.
this goes here, this goes through, and now let's see what happens when we place this on. Yeah, that much more looks like it's something. This is just not, it's not gelling, guys. It's just not gelling at all. So I had to make the adjustment on that. Don't know why it's not gelling, but it should have gelled easily. What we'll do is put this back here. Don't know why it's not gelling, but we'll work it out. Okay, because I'm not finding that one piece. And this, if you look right here, just a little bit too long. I'm concerned about that. And I think later on we'll find out why it looks like that. Okay. If I can just get one beam that's slightly, because this is a numbers. This is a, can't see the number on that one. But this gray is working perfectly now, and I need to find another about the same length. As I said, I have tons and tons, so it's never really an issue. My apologies there, guys. Yeah, my alarm is going crazy, so I had to just adjust that. So thank you for not cutting off. Yes, so I'm trying to locate this one piece, and it seems to be not around, but I don't want to stop the build. I don't want to stop the progression of the build. Okay, so that, as it is, I will have to change this around. I do believe I'll have to change this around and work this way. It just still seems too long on this side, but this one seems more correct. I'm not able to use any of these because it says that's what's required, right? But it's just not long enough. It's just not, there's no extension there, which is really concerning to me. And now this is way too long. So again, my apologies, guys. I want to move on with the build, and I know you guys want to see the build move on, but this is holding it up. And like I said, I'm concerned it's not going to be right later on. Okay, I'll have to go and locate one of these similar length to that one. So if you guys just give me a minute, because it's going to disrupt the build really badly later on. So just bear with me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go, as you guys know, I have a bag of tricks, as I call it, and I'll locate one of these. Now I found one, but if it's the length that we need, I wouldn't know. It's the same length. So I need this. So I need to find that, and I'll be right with you guys. So we're back, guys, and I worked on locating that piece which we spoke of, but with no luck. No luck at all. So we will have to work around it. Yeah, we'll have to work around it and see what happens as we build it. Okay? So, like I said, bear with me, let's move on anyway. We will make the adjustment as we get there. But I'm just thinking that this is not the correct piece for it. So this build, like I said, so we're looking at the quiz. Brown build. It's a trilogy. If you're a builder, you could probably, if you're not a builder, you could research it and find out about it, more about it. Right? Let's just clip this in here. Yeah, you can find out more about it. And even this one looks, let me just drop something. This one looked very extensive also. Again, when you're building and they put the angles, it's very tricky sometimes, but they did show that is a 7, okay? And that's a 7 that we're looking at right there. So that should be correct. Okay, everything else is much longer, and I have gone through here, unless it's mixed in with something else, or it's just being hidden by another break course next to one of the black pieces or gray pieces, and I'm not able to spot it right away. Like I said, it happens numerous times where I've built in, and you guys have seen it, after I've gone looking for that particular piece, it pops up. Anyway, let's skip all the chitter chatter, move on, and we see it says a 7 and it says that particular piece, but it's not holding like that, right? But we'll find out as we go. Let's move on. Okay, so we'll put this on the side, get ourselves one of those 3 of these Technic blocks or beams, and we will get ourselves one of the grays. So it's a light gray, which is this one. We'll put those 3, one over here, the other goes 3 down here, and the next one goes right next to it. We're gonna place this right on there. Again, this looks a lot longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is way too long. Let's just get it off. It's way too long, and it's not this one. So it's dark gray. Yeah, it's dark gray. But it looks like light gray in the photo, so, right. So this is much like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that stops it at the end. So we want to place this here, then get ourselves 2 more of these, and they're gonna go 1 and 2. Okay. Thing about those is if you don't put it correctly, sometimes there are connectors that's gonna come on in that slot after, and if you don't put it on correctly, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All right, let's move on, guys. So anybody have an idea yet on what ship it could be? Okay, I'll give you a shorter distance. So it was made between 2015 and 2020, guys. That's another hint for you. 2015, 2020. Okay, one of those, and two more. Seems like it has a lot. Remember, I spoke on a ship that I built, and there were so many of these required. It was unimaginable, something like 66 pieces, something like that. Right, so it was a whole lot of those tube-like things. So after we've completed this, we're going to get ourselves one of these and place that all the way through in gray. This, now we take this piece, and this is going to go, we need another one of those things that looks like, if you build cars, again, that's much like it, right? And we're going to take this and place that right up here. I'm thinking both of them, and the other one goes there. Okay, like so. We're going to take this so where does that go? I want to make sure this goes correctly. It's there. And where does this clip in? So it faces this way, and this goes right into that slot, like that. Okay. The bottom of these particular ships and stuff like that, like the droid carrier 7662. I have to come back to that ship again. I like speaking about that ship because I built it so many times. They do so much of the technic blocks down at the bottom. It's incredible. Like you see, we need one of these and two of the shorter type blue pieces, just like this. Usually they use them to clip like flat plates on and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll take this and add two of these to the ends right here. Yeah, like I said, they usually use that so they can add flat plates on and it just stays on really smoothly. And we're gonna face this way. But now I think this is the inside, so I'm not sure why it's necessary, but again, we will see when we get there. We're looking for two of these, 2x6 with holes in them. And we're gonna place those just right there on either side. Okay, that's starting to get very stable now. Remember, we needed this piece over here. So again, I don't think the extension is enough because it's showing that we need an extension there. It's just bothering me, guys. So I have to make that. I have to switch it because I can see there's something needed there, and this is just not going to be long enough. It's not going to be long enough. I think this one's going to be just a little bit too long. So, but I need to make that adjustment. I'll do the adjustment on the outside because this is an outside piece, this is an inside piece, and in the end I can make the adjustment on the outside, but it's way more difficult to make it on the inside, if you guys understand what I mean, once you start building. So this way looks more like it because the extension on this looks similar to what I'm looking at on the instructions. Okay, so we'll find out. And we can always change that one there as opposed to that, like I said. All right, let's move on, guys. And we're on to the next part of it. All right, we'll move this over, grab another one of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I count the holes, so I know. The last ship we built, which is the 8019, had a lot of these. It's the 13 count across the holes, and obviously 14 on the top. So here we're looking for 3 of these. That one I spoke about had 66 of these, like order 66. Sid Pad, what's up, man? You alright? Yeah, you know I'm always there, man. I'm always there. Like I'm your biggest. Once you guys support me, I'm your biggest fan. You know, I'm here to like bring the community even closer to everyone and bring everyone closer to Lego, especially old school. It's a big thing for me because I've been collecting. My parents bought me Lego and been collecting for a while and stuff like that. So, as you guys know, okay. So let's place these two here. Thanks for jumping on there, man. Just hit that like button for me. It's great to see you on there. Always great to see another person that I'm a fan of on, and new people also. Help the channel grow so I can bring you guys new stuff. Again, if you guys want to go to the super fan area and help the channel move forward, that'll be also really appreciated. I already appreciate you guys, but that'll be really helpful also in the growth of the channel. Okay, so we need this, and we need to get similar to what we had before. So looking here, we need two of these again. One of them is going to go just next to that one, and another one is just going to go one hole away. This goes on the top like that, I believe. I'm going to turn it over, we'll find out. Yeah, and we want to place on the inside right here, we're looking for one of these and two more. I think this has way more than 66. I don't know. As much as I've seen now, right now, it's like so many. So we place these right here. It's a similar build to the last one that we built before. And we're going to add another one of those. Okay? Let's just locate it. I'm trying to bring all the Technic blocks across, as you guys know. Just makes life easier. Here, there. More of them. And even more. And one more. And now let's just find that one piece. Again, no pun intended, one piece. If you guys are into anime, you gotta be into anime all the way. I am, you know. Let's just see if I can locate that piece here, and then we will move on. Okay, it's hiding out. I need to stand up and find it. And it seems to be hiding out, but like I said before, what happens is I go and I find it, and then a minute later, while I'm building and the pieces decrease on the worktop, it shows up, you know. So I need to have a closer look before I say, I need to go get that particular piece, right? But I'll just go, because it's in the next room, I'll go get it, and then I'll. Okay. I couldn't find it quick enough, so I need to find what's here. I just need to locate it, guys, and then we will move on again, like I said prior. Not there. Probably mixed in here, and I'm just not seeing it, because all of these do have similar builds. Just make sure it's not in the brown. There it is. Like I said, it was sitting next to a gray piece that looked very much similar to it. Right, so let's see what happens. I'm thinking connects in just like that, just like the opposite side, okay? So, which it does. There. And there you go. And that's there. Let's see what happens if we're using the same bricks. Yes, we are using the same bricks, 2 by 6, yeah. Going right across, but this side doesn't have any holes, like the last one did. This side is just straight, or do they have holes? They do have holes also. So the first side, did the first side have holes, guys? Let's double check on that. Want to make certain. And it doesn't seem like the first side had holes. So we'll move that across. Where's my brick remover? I have to use my fingers this time. I'm thinking, right, this one has holes also. So we need 4 of them with holes and 2 without. Let's just look around here. It's difficult to spot one of those. There it is. Yeah, so let's add that there. Yeah, guys, so if you want to go to the Superfan, and when you become a Superfan, you have a chance to win a sweepstakes, because I pick out of the Superfans every month, and I send out a Lego Star Wars magazine like I showed prior, like the one with the you're getting a cheap figure, an expensive figure in a cheap set. So the Lego Star Wars magazine, you basically get a figure that's in a set that came out with Darth Vader or whoever it is, maybe a Mandalorian, and that set would have cost you maybe $45, $50, maybe $100, maybe $300, but you get this in that, you know, because it comes with the magazine, and you get the magazine too. If you're fortunate, you might get a bonus one, and there you go, which comes with the second figure, as you guys seen before. Okay, let's turn that over and move to the next. And see, so now we're looking for some brown pieces. One much longer than this one. There it is, which would be this one right here. Let's make sure we have it correct, which is it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 stud. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stud. So we're looking for a 12 stud, and we're looking for one of these, but in black, which is right here. But we need 2 of those, okay? So let's find ourselves one more. Here it is. Also, when I'm finished, I'm going to separate this so it'll be much easier to work with. This one goes in back here, and I think we're starting to build a platform. So I gave you guys 2 hints. Any ideas yet on what set it might be? It was made between 2015 and 2019. It's brown, as you can. It's mainly brown. It's huge. It's one of the bigger ships out there. Okay, so those 2 go on, and let's move on. We're looking for 2 dark grays like this. These are 10s, and there's one here. And let's find the other. I'm seeing something here, but this is not a 10. Should be easy to spot this because it's not a similar color to the rest of them, right? So they only want 1 of those. I thought it was 2 of them, and we need 2 green, which this is the interior now, so they went with green. This is something I speak about. When Lego does ships like these, they tend to also put colors that you're not able to, like, oh, I'm gonna make that ship myself, I'm gonna make it my own. It's very tricky to do that. They're just adding 2 random colors or 2 random pieces where you would find something similar in another ship. Right, so we need 1 of these, 2 of these actually. And these go just, even longer. let's see, these are these are the same. And warranty, oh, it goes that way. So, 2 of these. Why does it seem like it's going up and down? That's okay. Let's just move this over. This is in the right place, but for some reason, again, something is incorrect. But these are in the right place, aren't they? Oh no, yes they are in the right place. So everything is in the right place, just this. Or am I using, are they too big? Yes, it's too big. Had me a little baffled there for a second, but it's all fixed. Okay, so now we're looking for 2 green pieces, studs with 1x1 studs, 2 brown studs, which is right here, 1 and 2. We have a massive amount of studs on this, and 2 more of those pieces that we placed there earlier. So let's just have a quick look over here. Not over there. Should be on this side someplace. Here's 1, and here's 2. Right, so, oh no, this 1. And this goes right here, and one of the green pieces go right there. Now this is on the inside of the ship. Why would we be needing green when you couldn't even see it? But I get the fun is in the build, so just seeing the colors go on, I think that's different, so maybe that's why. You know, it's more attractive to the eyes. So those are things I believe. When you're studying to build Lego, what would be attractive to your customers while they're building, which increases the fun ability of building, if that's a right word, fun ability. Did I say that right, guys? Yeah. Right, so we're looking for 1 more of those, which is around here somewhere. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, not the playability, the fun ability, yeah. The playability, I guess, you can use the same word. Right, so let's move on and see what we got, guys. Again, I want to say shout out to everyone that's on there. Thanks for coming on, guys. Please hit the like button while you're on there. Make the channel go. Right, let's move on. Let's build on this, but first needs to move over just a tiny little bit. Find ourselves a 1x6 and a 1x4 with holes in brown, which goes right here in back. And we're looking for 2 more of these, which goes in back like this. Right, perfect. Let's see what comes next. Excited. I may not sound it, but I am excited, guys. And let's look for a wedge, as you guys know I call that a door stop. And we're looking for 1 piece in brown, which I've never seen this particular piece in brown. I've seen them in a lot of colors, but not in brown, guys. It's a piece that you can use to add, like if you wanted to add something along the side, you can make that attachment and it stays basically flat. So it should be in the brown section. You know, when you go down the aisle, it's in the brown section. Here we go. So we need 1 of these also. That is gonna go back here. Then we place that in the center, and this faces outwards, the wedge, like that. Okay, on the top, we're looking for that similar brown, but it faces the opposite way, so this one's inverted. Here it is, right here. And that goes right on the top, here, like so. We're gonna add some of these brown pieces, which I made a I made a skiff with these colors. There was a lot of those in that skiff. So we're looking for a wedge that they used to use way back, not a wedge, a hinge, that you don't really see anymore. This hinge right here. See how it's shaped? You don't really see that anymore. I saw it, yeah, I'm thinking TIE Fighter. Right, so that goes here, but not with that particular, this is a totally different one here. So let's move on and see what it leads us. So here, we need one more of these, and we're looking for a dark gray with a hole. A dark gray with a hole. 1x2. Dark gray 1x2 with a hole. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Dark gray 1x2. Here it is. Dark gray with a hole, which goes on the top. And we add this just right here like that. Now we're going to use these brackets like that. Goes right here. And all the way in like that. Okay? Let's see where this goes. It looks like we need two of these being built, right? Because the first one goes right here. Like so. And I'm believing we have to build another. Yes, just as I figured. Okay, so we'll be needing one of these. Brown, which we found before with the holes in it. One of those. And a 6 black beam. 6 black beam with studs. Where are you? I'm seeing a 10. Here's a 6. So that goes right on the top. And we need 2 of these in blue. Which is going to go on the outside again. And again, we need a green stud. Green stud and a brown doorstop facing out. One of those brown pieces we struggled to find a second ago, because we have all the brown pieces there. But if we're not able to find it right away, we know it's over here. So the inverted, and then we need that brown one, right? So let's just locate it. Because I adjusted the brown just a tiny bit. I haven't really adjusted anything else, but I've moved the browns around just a tiny bit. And I will be doing it to the black ones also. So I will make the adjustment sooner or later, guys. Okay, so as I'm working here, I can just throw it across, get it out of the way, so then I can see things much better. But like I said, that's one piece particularly I'm not going to be able to replace because I've never really seen it in brown, except for this particular build that I'm doing right now. So that's a little bit different. Let's just locate it here. As you guys know, I say all the time, I build this out of my garage. So a lot of pieces it's not. I usually go search my garage and I painstakingly work through all my Lego pieces and find it and start building. Okay. If I can just locate it here, I know it's here someplace, just to spot it. Again, like I always say, if I went to try to find it, because I have so many things stored away, it's gonna just pop up, and that's what happens, right? So what we'll do now is make a quick adjustment here, and I'll use this, and then I'll just replace it, because I'm not seeing that, and I know it's here, but up there it is. Right, so I just have to lay low a little bit. Okay, so this goes right on there, and the black piece goes on top of it, facing outwards. Top facing outwards also. Right. Like this, just stay there, right? Okay, and on top we added these, didn't we? 2 of these. 1x2s. Again, guys, if you want to go to the super fans and jump in and become a super fan and have a chance to win a monthly, again, it's a sweepstakes, so you will have a chance to win a prize, like I said. Do that. If you don't want to become a member, you can go to the super fan area and do that, like I said. Okay, let's find that. We found it, it's right here. And that goes this way, right? Just turn this over and make sure we're doing it right. Okay, so facing that way. And now we need to find the gray with the hole again, guys, if you remember that. We will do that now. Gray with a hole, which has one right here, and one more of these. Just put that through there like that. And this goes facing that way. And we're gonna pop one of these right on here. So as I said, guys, we have a fantastic summer of building coming up. You guys got to check out. What we will be doing is adjusting the time, because obviously school's out, and we will be trying to give everyone an opportunity to have a look at the fantastic builds that's going to be coming up. All right, and have a chance to chat about it and stuff like that. Okay, so do stay tuned for those. Okay, let's move on, guys. So we're all set. We need one brown piece up front, which is not that one, it's this one. Goes right on. I have to turn it around. I almost went and did a absolute mess. And again, this thing is bothering me because it's showing that it needs a much shorter piece here. All right, we switched the piece there, which works fine there, but on the outside here, doesn't look like looks like it's too short. Let's put one of these in, and this looks extremely short. This would work just fine, but it's not connecting, so I'm going to put it in. That's the length right there. That is the length, right? But I'm knowing that this thing is going to show up. Well, I'm hoping that it shows up, because I'm not seeing the length anywhere around. But as we build, again, this is an outside piece, so I can adjust it really, really quickly. Okay, so on the inside of these, we need this, which is very surprising. They should have put those on as we were doing it. It's very curious. Why didn't they do that? I am confused. So just work easier to go like that. So yeah. And this is on the opposite side. What am I doing? This is on the opposite side, guys. This goes over here. What am I doing? This goes over there. So all of this time I'm building, and this goes on the opposite end. This I was surprised why they would ask us to do this way. And even this just, I guess I need to take it off, put this on, and then place this and clips in like that. Yeah. And where's the other? It's dark. And it's and this clips in here. yeah, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming on there also. Again, big shout out to all you guys. Thank you for all your support. Like I said, I'm your biggest fan because you guys here and you support me, support my channel. A lot of channels, over a million, but you guys are here with me, and that's incredible. I want to thank you guys for that. So we need 2 of these. One more. Just one more. So I can spot one, which I have here, which again should be very easy to spot because of the color of it, because of the different, the make. Let's say like that. Did we use any of those on here? No. Okay, so I need one of those, which again, I have tons of these, and I'll just go pull it out because this particular piece is a piece that came in the 8096, the 8097, if you guys remember that slave one ship. Yes, I couldn't find it right away there, so I just went back there. Oh, it's right here. Oh my gosh. Here it is right here. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. But this is the exact size. Like I said, it came in that ship. And I have a box separated that I build a lot of those out of. So, I can just do that. Right. So, let's see how this works. So, this goes right in here. Like that. And that snaps in there really nicely. Let's move on. We're looking for one of these. Where are you? Show yourself. Here we go. What's that? What number? It's 4x6, which is this right here. And this 4x6 just goes right there, guys. Just like that. This instruction gives you, a lot of instructions come with a load of things on one page, but this instruction is giving you like 2 bricks, 2. It's not giving you a ton of them at once, which is different. It's different. Right. So what we need now is 1 flat like that, and 2 of those things that look like seats. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'll show it to you as soon as I find it. Here's 1. Looks like a chair. Looks like a bench. You know, see that there? It's like a bench. I need 2 of those. One? Is it 1? 2 of those? Yeah. I need 2 of those. Looks like a bench in black. So, just move them over here. And let's look over this way. It's around here somewhere. Again, it's mixed in. Here we go. So, that's 2. And now we need this 1 black piece that we need, guys, which is right here. This 2x8, and this goes down here, down the center, like that, and these go there, there. It's freaking me out here. Oh, it's closer to the top. So it's showing me on the build that these go there. Okay, like that. And 1 more. I thought I had 2 of them. Oh, there we go. And this one goes. Do that in like that, and these just go right on the top on the outside. 1 and 2. Okay, and let's move on to the next page, guys. So again, this bill is extremely big, like I said. If you guys could still give me the answer to that question. So we need 1 of these in tan, right? And we're looking for a black, yeah, dark, right? This one goes here, and the other goes there. This is the interior now, so it's what I call it unnecessary bricks, but there you go. So we need 8 of these. There we go, we got 6, 7, and 8. And 4 of this right here. And 2 of these 1x3, which is a difficult piece of, I had to order it from Lego because I built so many of these sets. The 7662, I built so many of those and I needed so many of those, and I had to reorder them because they were it required so many of them. Absolutely. And it held up my build for a while, you know, because again, you want to, I probably sold like 2 of them, like, as you guys know, I do sales also on eBay, giveaways, stuff like that. So obviously I gotta fund, I can't be paying on my pocket, I'm a working man. This is what I want my channel to do as best as it can, so then it can fund some of my bills as opposed to me just constantly buying out of my pocket, you know. So cost a lot, as you guys know. If you buy Lego, they have bills to pay. Also, they have people working for them. They have to pay them also. So what's going on here? One forward, yeah. So like everyone has different things that they need to take care of. So I know Lego is expensive. It really hurts me. I ordered a couple sets recently, because I'm a Boba fan, and you know what came out recently, and I had to have that in my collection. I didn't want to wait, which I still have to build. I even got 2 of them signed. I showed that in my videos. If you guys seen my videos, you've seen that. Let's move on, and let's see what we got. So it's asking 2 of these long ones in gray, 1x14s. And 2 more of the 1x3s in that tan color, and 2 more in that brown. Okay, and these are gonna go right on the top. And just at the back of it, we're gonna place 1 of these. And this one goes there. So I'll just reverse that on the opposite side. Help me work on my triple bill, which I want to, you know, go for. Not attempt, go for. Right, so here we're looking for brown pieces now. We're looking for brown 4, 2 of these. I can see 3s, I can see 6s. And I'm not able to see a 4, but I know, here we go. There's a 4 right here, and 6 flat. This is by 4s, 6 flat by 4s. So that's 2, 3, 4. They also have 3s, so they have 3s here. So that's smaller, which is kind of distracting. So that's 6 of those. And we need 2 of those wedges, which are door stops. 2 of those, but in brown. They also come in tan here. I have them in tan. There it is. But we need them in brown. Okay, so here's 1, and here's 2. And let's see where we need these. At the front, we need the 2 4s. So we'll place that in. We'll build them both. And we start placing these. Oops. Too far away. Yeah, guys, so this build is really cool. really cool build. Here, and this one goes this way. Same thing over here. I'll just reverse it. Nice build, and this is a trilogy, guys. Like I said, this will be a trilogy, so we will be building this all the way through the break, because this set comes with so many pieces, so many wonderful pieces. Right, here we're looking for brown. We need 4 of these. Yes, 4. What do we have? We need 1 more. Got some distracting pieces here. Just gotta move them out of the way. Here it is. So 4 of those, and 2 of these in brown. Okay, I think the inside, and I'm like, why do you need those? Okay, so this is gonna go, we're gonna go down the sides now, guys. So, which is different. We're going on the sides here. Okay. I want to make sure we're doing these right. Something else in here. Just make a little step back, guys. Step back. So we want this facing this way, and placing that there. One of these goes there. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Just close that off, and then start working our way down like that. Yep, and like this, and the other one goes there. And make sure those are tight, secured. Okay. So let's see what's happening next, guys. We're looking for 5 wedges, but in that color, the tan color I showed you guys before. So that's 4, 5. Okay. Those, I think we'll be repeating the same thing. I'm not sure. This needs to be that way. I want to make sure we're doing correctly now. And because the interior, definitely need the interior to be right, because my ADHD will just not let me not do it that way. Right? And this one goes 3 apart. I think Lego helps with that also. I'm not a psychologist or whatever, but I think when you have, like, you need things like this, it does help with your, if you build and stuff like that. I do think it helps. I think it will help, like, seniors Lego when they start, if you have Alzheimer's and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I think if you do things that keep your brain constantly having to remember and do stuff like this, I think it does help. I don't know. Again, I'm not a doctor, but this does help me to remember, especially since, like I said before, when I place stuff in certain places, I'm like, exactly there. That's where I know it's got to be there, and that helps me a little bit. So, but again, that's just my 2 cents, guys. Okay, let's go on, and we need 2 of these corner pieces and 1 black. Let's see if I can find you here real quick. Shouldn't be difficult to find this particular piece because it's like a big wedge. If it's flat, it's easy to spot. If it's standing on the side, it's less easy to spot. But again, they mix in so easily that I'll be looking right at it and it's like, is that it? No, is it? Isn't it? Okay, but this is all the interior, so so we need those two pieces, and they're gonna go. One's gonna go this way, just one off. Yep. And then the other one's gonna go. Nope. So it's even further out. And then the other one's gonna go here. Right. Now, where's that piece? Where are you? Hiding. Hiding away, are you? Okay, so let's move on. And we can add that piece in a second. So we need two more of those, which I saw earlier, and they're here. And they're gonna go right on top of this. Okay, just exactly on top. Again, this is the interior, so getting away. Let's move on. Now we're looking for gray and brown. One of these, and two of these threes, right? Freeze. Some fours, 4 flat. I just need 1 3 block. Here we go. It's right here. And no, it's not. That's a hinge. But it has 3 studs on it, so it looks much like it. I just have to move, and they're exactly the color I'm looking for. So it very much confused me there for a second, if I do say so. I have to stand up here and take a quick gander over there. It's not there. Let's move this 4. There's a 4 here also. That could be confusing. Again, I have tons of these. I'm certain if I'm not able to find that real quick, which I should be able to because of the dimensions. Oh, here it is. Right. And let's find out where this goes exactly right. So these go right on the top here. So right here like that. This one goes there like that. We need, there's that black piece we were looking for there. And this goes right there. Again, this is the inside, guys, interior. Right, so we'll add some more pieces on there, guys. So again, drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the build, guys. Let me know what you think about the build. Let me know what you're building, if you're building anything, if you would like to build something like this, or what you would like to see me build next. All right, guys, drop me a line on that. Okay, so we need 1 of those. And let's move this over a little bit. 1 of those. 2 of those again. And remember we spoke about that chair type looking thing? We need 1 of those, but in sand, and it's a 2 by 2. Okay, so on this, we're gonna stack 2 of these. And I always say, guys, brick count and place this on the top. Okay, this goes there, which is very different. And this goes here is like a staircase to heaven. If you guys are, no pun intended, staircase to heaven. Yeah, like that. And let's move on. So on the top, we'd like to have 1 of these 4 by 6, which will go right on the top here. Yeah. And you hear, I love hearing those snap, because you know when it's snapped in like that. Oops. When it's snapped in like that, it's correct. But this doesn't have a piece under it, so which it's not level. right? And then we have this strange, only one of them. Only seeing this in like one build. I built a trilogy of the droid carriers, and this was part of it. Right, so we want to take this and go here. Right, like that. Odd thing, right? Very odd. And move this over. And again, we're building the interior, so we need one of these, a 1x4 in white, 1x4 in white, and one of these in dark gray, which is going to go right at the bottom. And then here on the opposite side, 2 of these, which, if you guys remember when I built that, the droid carrier, we needed a ton of those. They should make these in 4. That would save us from extra bricks again, extra charge, right? We need one of these. Just go right on the top of the last one. And this piece that I'm gonna find right now, they usually use it as a as the control panel in most of the ships. They usually use this wedge as a control panel. You guys, you build a lot. If you build Star Wars a lot, you would know what I'm speaking about. This one right here, and it is again. It's usually built as a control panel. This 2x4 by 2x4 by 2. They usually build as a control panel, and it is again exactly like it. And we need one funny brick. It's a 2x2, but it has studs on it. I've seen 4x4, 3x3s, but I cannot say I came upon a 2 by yeah, here it is, a 2 before. I've never seen that one before. If you guys seen it, drop me a line, let me know. I haven't seen it in my build. Again, I mainly build Star Wars, so maybe it has come out in another set. Who knows? Okay, so again, control panel. This is what we're really working on here now. So there's a lot of funky bits that's gonna go on here onto this. So right here, so you can see that. And this is not sticker, this is printed on. So, you know, sort of like old school. We want to get one of those. And another brick that, there's a lot of them in that build 7662. Add that here. We want just one stud there, gray stud. And 2 of these green. And a brick that's been coming up a lot lately in a lot of the builds. I've never seen them way before. Again, I mainly build Star Wars. I tend to stay away from the others unless it's something rare and exclusive or something like that. I tend to go in that direction, but I mainly stay on the Star Wars, as you guys know. All right. So I'm looking for, yeah, here it is. It's used in most of the new micro sets I've seen, mainly there. Right. One of them. So just one. We need 2 of them. Let's see. So we'll just put this on the top for now, because that's where it goes. 1 and 2. Let's put these on the top like that. Let's find the other one. Oh, here it is. Very small piece, so it's pretty easy to hide itself away. That goes right on top, right on top like that, and this goes just there. Okay, so studs, green studs, just on the top. And one gray stud, which we want to place right there. Again, as you guys know, when you don't have something as tiny as that may be, you need that one piece. You need it so you can finish that part of the ship. As small as it may seem to someone else, it's a big thing to us, right? So there you go. So us builders, that is. Okay. Right. So I'm not spotting it right away. All in the mix right here. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on, showing your support. We will be doing more builds. This is BOBAbrickz, and may Lego be with you.